Welcome back to the Back Issue Book Club. I'm Greg.
And I'm Rich.
And we are Team Ohana, and this is the Back Issue Book Club. This past week we've read Punisher, Silent Night, and Enfield Gang number 5. But yeah. Punisher, Silent Night, Christmas-ish story.
Jeez. And I thought Lobo was cold. Damn.
Well, Lobo at least had like cheekiness to it, right?
Yeah.
This was just straight up, fuck you, I'm the Punisher.
Yeah. And it's funny because, I mean, I'm going to jump all around this book as I usually do.
Yeah.
But, you know, he doesn't want a stray bullet to hit the kids, but he's perfectly fine with leaving them traumatized for the rest of their life.
Yeah. I mean, like, you kids build these snowmen 4 feet apart all the way down to the gate,
to the back retaining wall. Kids like, what the hell's a retaining wall?
And then proceeds to fill them with C4 and vaporize a bunch of guns. Claymores. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so glad you also kept an eye on those things to make sure the kids didn't come back to play with the snowman.
Yes. And all throughout this, I mean, he's like cracking Santa right in the face in front of kids at the mall when he's like looking for answers and dragging him away. And you can see the kids are like,
oh, yeah, traumatized. I mean,
yeah.
But what happened, what the kids saw at the orphanage, what's funny is if you think about it, what's his name? Ficelli or Finelli or
Falsetti.
Falsetti. Yeah, like a falsetto. Makes sense.
Yes.
He said that he was there for 16 years of his life and did not have a single happy memory. And he wanted to try to go there to give these kids at least one good memory so that way they wouldn't turn out like him. So in essence, Punisher took away that one memory, gave them trauma instead. So what he probably did was just create the next generation of criminals. Good job.
That's a good point. Yeah. But it was interesting how quickly he turned. Like he was all like, you know, remorseful to the, I guess it was a Catholic father that he was talking to for a little bit. And then he switched when he realized, like when Punisher was threatening him, he was like, "I'll fucking rip your face off and feed it to my wife's dog," or something, whatever it was.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah. I was like, wow, that was a real turn. But
I mean, It was also kind of funny, the moral dilemma that he put the priest in. He gives him a shotgun.
Oh, that was my favorite part of the book.
Yeah.
He was like, "What do you want me to do with this?
God. I'm a man of God. I can't handle a gun. Father, what do you think about this? The men that are here, they're here to kill every single witness. You do what you got to do." And he looks down the staircase in the darkness, realizing all those kids' lives are in his hands.
Yeah, and the shotgun is just on the floor. It's like a very, very powerful basic panel of image.
Yeah, and the question, and that makes you think about it because they didn't answer the question. What would the father do? Would he kill to save all the children and damn his own soul? Or would he allow all the kids to be killed by inaction and damn his own soul?
Maybe that's where the term "damned if you do, damned if you don't" came around.
From this comic book, yes.
Came from this comic book in 15. But there was a little bit of cheekiness, just a very little bit. Like he shows up in the sleigh with reindeer.
Yeah.
And then he takes that to chase the guy going in the car.
We mean with Donner and Blitzen? No, with Heckler and Koch.
What is that? I don't know that reference.
It's a brand of gun, H&K.
Oh, well, there you go.
It would have been easier if he would have said no with Smith and Wesson.
I would have got that one.
Yeah, because I know somebody that actually named their pit bulls Smith and Wesson. So
that's fun. That was funny though, and he kind of does like the whole over the ramp as he's going under and shoots his tire out and all that. And
until he dropped the grenade in there or something is what I couldn't tell. Some of the artwork was like,
tough to see what was happening exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did not recognize a single name in the artist panel, the cover artist, the inker, the pencils, nothing. Nah. The writer, I didn't recognize any of them. But wow, still.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, early on when he's he takes out the people on the dock, but there's one guy left, and he like stabs him in the gut, and he's like,
yeah.
okay, if I pull this out, you're just gonna empty here.
Yep.
So you better talk to me. And he's like, I don't know. And he twists it, and he's like, did I tell you what happens when I twist it? And he makes it seem like he's gonna let him go,
Which he did.
Technically.
Yes, he did.
And he falls off the pier and presumably dies because it's like, what do you say, 34 degrees?
Yeah, water 2 degrees above freezing, heavy coat. He's not coming back up.
Right. So,
which it kind of reminded me of what was the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Was it Commando? Where he said, "Hey, Sully, remember what I told you, Tully, or whatever? I told you I was going to kill you last." Oh yeah, you said that. I lied. He drops him off a cliff. He goes back to the car, and the girl's like, "What happened to Sully?" I let him go.
I love it. I lied.
Nobody had one-liners like Arnold's. Come on.
That movie is like pure that, and I love it for it.
Yeah, it's like if Fast and the Furious was with guns, you know?
Yeah, like rated R. Yeah. Was that the one where he's like, but I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it in your stomach?
I think so.
So good.
But anyway. I got a question for you. You are a father of 2 very young kids.
Yes, 2 and 4, essentially, in the next month.
If you went to a mall with your kids to see Santa and saw somebody that looked as ugly with teeth as messed up and Crypt Keeper like as that Santa looked.
That guy was rough.
I would have been like, you know what? This is the year my kids find out there ain't no Santa because I ain't letting them sit on that pedophile's lap. I'm sorry. No. I went to a mall one time with my dog to get pictures with Santa. I would have canceled if the Santa looked like that. For my dog, okay?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. We wouldn't even gotten in line if we pulled up and saw that. Nah, it's all right.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'll talk to one of my dad's friends who's got a beard and see if we can put a hat on him and call him Santa instead.
Just don't do the whole coming down the chimney on Christmas Day thing.
No,
there are 1,000 Ways to Die stories about fathers that did that, and
God,
yeah,
I couldn't even fit in ours.
Like, what smells?
we have a gas fireplace that's like sealed, and there's just like a box vent on the outside of the house, so there's no real
chimney.
Yeah, I can't get in there. So
I have a chimney that I also is gas, but it was built to be either, so it does have a real bricks chimney.
Flue.
Yes, but I upgraded. I had that thing open when we first got it, but I upgraded to a different gas fireplace, which is smokeless.
Oh, nice.
So I was able to keep the flue closed. Wow, but that heat that comes in, man. Whew.
Hot.
Yeah, we put the ceiling fan on reverse because we've got a cathedral ceiling in the living room, and yeah, it's like
circulates it upwards and out.
The house freezes because the thermostat's in that room, so the thermostat thinks the whole house is at 92.
Oh, yep.
So it turns off the heat, and you go to bed, it's like 51 in the bedroom.
Yeah.
How did we get to this point? I don't know. Dad Santas don't come down the chimney. Got it.
Yes. But anyway, yeah, I mean, there's not too much to the story, really. It's just gangsters wanting to take revenge for the father being put in jail by this guy who went to WITSEC or refused WITSEC, and he didn't think he's been underground, and he finally came out in northern New York State.
No, he was in witness protection. It was the guy that he betrayed and went to prison and got killed. His son, Junior, was the one that was hiding from.
He's so underground
that even his soldiers couldn't find him.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So this was buy one get one free for the Punisher.
Yes. So, yeah.
All right. I want to do a double ranking on this. One is a Christmas story and one as a just comic book story.
All right.
As a Christmas story, actually, I kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was enough over the top that it was understood to be over the top. Had some cute little Christmas references that were taken to a murderous exchange that I thought they were interesting. So as a Christmas story, I'll give it a 7.5. As a comic book story in general, it really didn't enthrall me much. I'd say more like a 6.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that neighborhood too. It's kind of like I feel like we did this with another book during December where we were like, or maybe it was November for Thanksgiving. We were like, for a Thanksgiving book, it's but overall,
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for books to read at Christmas time in the Christmas flavor, I'd say put this on your list. If it's the middle of June and you see the book, don't pick it up to read it.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with your rankings. I'll say the same.
But that is not the only book we read this week, though.
No. We read Enfield Gang Massacre, number 5 of 6.
Yes, I love this. The group Genesis. My favorite song is "Land of Confusion." What the hell's going on in this damn story?
I don't know, man. I
gotta go back to issue 1 so I can reread and find out how old these people are that they're now referring to.
Me too. I don't know Danny. They keep talking about Danny. So it starts off with Enfield, Danny, I guess, and this other guy pinned down in this barn. And Danny's like, basically like, I can't take the lie anymore. I'm living a lie. I sold you guys out, or whatever. And the other guy's like, stop talking. And then he blows his face off.
Yes.
And Enfield's like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then after you blow his face off, you proceed to tell Enfield what you didn't want Denny to say.
Yeah, exactly.
You should have saved the bullet, man. Just let him spill the beans already.
Enfield might have done it for you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Probably not, though. He seems to have a fairly good moral compass as far as bad guys go, I guess, or thieves or whatever. But
yeah, and the only Mowbray, what is he, the mayor of the town?
I don't remember this guy. I don't know.
The name sounds familiar, but it's I got to go back to issue 1. I'm like, who is this guy again? It's not the sheriff. I think it's the guy that dismissed the sheriff when the sheriff had problems with the way they were handling themselves.
I'm trying to see if I can find out by the synopses.
Best way to cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Mowbray is like the mayor of the town or the richest guy in town or whatever. I don't know. But if I remember correctly, he was the one that was ranting at the town gathering when the Texas Marshal showed up. Saying,
oh, yeah. He was,
guys.
Yeah, and the sheriff was sitting on the chair next to him like, whatever, dude. I mean.
Yeah. I don't know his position. I think he's the mayor of the town, or maybe he's the person in the town with the most money that wants even more.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, he orchestrated the entire thing, hiring people that somebody that was in debt for gambling losses, which that fits true with the old West. Fits true to now too. If you have a problem with gambling, please contact Gamblers Anonymous. We may joke about stuff, but that's not to be made fun of. Seriously, if you have a family member or anything, especially about this time of the year, look out for them. Give them an extra phone call. Just check them out, see how they're doing. Yeah, I know. There was a moment of seriousness from me. You're not used to
I missed it entirely, but I'll listen on the playback because I'm trying to research Mowbray.
Wow, I opened up and did something really nice, and he had me on mute.
Wow.
Welcome to Zemo Hana.
What were you talking about?
You're watching a replay. It's your job.
Okay, all right. And you'll get a text from me like, "Oh, shit, sorry, dude." Whatever it is.
It's all good. It's all good. We're friends.
Eli Mowbray and the Union Army and is he the one that was took over that Sam Elliott nominated as the sheriff when the real sheriff left and was like, screw this, I'm out of here.
Yeah. So then he wouldn't be the mayor. He is somebody that's power hungry.
Either way, while all this is happening, God, gosh, I can't remember his name. The ex-sheriff is kind of making rounds, just kind of talking to people, townsfolk.
And he's talking to the mortician of sorts, the guy that builds the caskets.
That's right. And and the guy who builds caskets himself came out and was like, "That don't smell right," or whatever. I'm willing to bet money on it or something like that.
I won't testify to that.
Yeah. So we're getting the idea that it's almost becoming common knowledge that it's not Enfield and his gang that killed Bill Barley.
Right.
Love that name. It's so good. The alliteration is fantastic. There was someone cold. Someone enjoyed it. Someone enjoyed cutting them open and stuff like that. So
somebody that'll do it again. Somebody that's probably done it before.
Yeah.
They got a taste for it now. The nice Chianti.
Wah, wah, wah. Eagle. I'm studying under the tutelage of Michael Winslow, the police academy guy.
Yeah, and
that's his name, right? Michael Winslow.
Yes, and when you did the eagle thing, I thought Peacemaker. So go ahead.
Yeah, perfect. So eventually, at the end of the book, okay, this irritated me too, because Amy shows up, or Mowbray rolls up on a horse with Amy, who is Enfield's mother. I
thought he said Mrs. I thought he meant wife.
Maybe wife. Either way, some sort of significant person in Enfield's life. And they basically use her as bait, like, get out here or she gets it. But we left, last we had her, she rolled up to like this cave in the middle of the desert with this random dude playing a guitar at a campfire. Like, I think it was like 2 books ago.
It was Jim Morrison, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, with a cowboy hat.
Yes.
How did we get from that to here?
I don't know. This book is just one giant confusion for me. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like it. I just find it tough to follow sometimes.
Yes. And I think and I'm not getting attached enough to the characters. I think that I remember them from month to month. I think the best thing for this book, if you want to read a good story, is wait till next month. Issue number 6 comes out. Buy all 6 or wait for a trade paperback and read it all as one story. I think that's your best bet.
Probably. Yeah. I might even reread it all leading up to next month's final issue and just maybe hopefully get more out of it that way.
That sounds like a good plan. I think I'll do the same.
And I might actually like write down like Sam Elliott, this guy, Mowbray, this guy.
Remember how issue number 1 starts? It starts with somebody attending one of these like Wild West shows in the early 1900s. And they're being told the story of the Enfield Gang Massacre.
Oh, wow. I didn't remember that.
So that's where issue number 6 is going to end, with the end of the story as being told.
Both books that we're reading that are current do that shit. Because Kill Your Darlings was always like starting out at, Oklahoma, 1906.
Yeah, early
Doc Mallady's Wild West Side Show. Wow.
We will have to reread 1 through 5 before number 6.
Yeah.
And we will come to this show ready with a plethora of knowledge. I just love using that word.
It's fantastic.
You know what that plethora is?
Yes. But I'm surprised you didn't say today was the penultimate issue of Enfield Gang.
That's so bad. I'm sorry.
You love P words.
Yes.
Plethora, penultimate, poopy.
There's other P words, but I want to keep this monetizable. So
PG. Yes. So I'm gonna withhold a grade for this book just because I feel like I didn't absorb it fully.
I agree.
And this has been the hardest one. This has been the hardest issue for me to follow, I think.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is nowhere near as like stroke causing as Department of Truth was.
That's going to be our bar for everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
DOT was, like maybe a cut. What am I reading? I don't know.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Elizabeth, I'm coming to join
Elizabeth.
you,
That was the name. Yeah, I was trying to remember the name. Yeah, and maybe under my read through, I'll read these, newspaper clippings that are supposed to be of the time and stuff like that. Maybe it'll give me a little more context as well.
You go ahead and do that. I mean, I'll wait for the movie. So
I'd watch this movie. Damn, I love westerns, especially modern ones.
yeah, I mean, look, I love westerns also. I mean, I like cowboys and aliens. There's no level of western that I just really can't stand.
Quack, quack, quack. All right. Well, that is that. Shall we talk about our Christmas? Christmas, is it coming out? No, wait.
Yeah, no, Christmas is next week, man.
Yes, Christmas is we're a week from Christmas Eve right now.
As we record this.
Yes. So we'll be releasing this to the public on the 21st, right?
Yep.
We're going to record another episode and have that released on Christmas Day.
Early for you guys. Merry Christmas.
Yes, and on that day, we will be discussing Power Man
and
Iron Fist.
The 4th of July special. No.
Yes. No. It's the Power
Sweet
Man and
Christmas.
Yes, Sweet Christmas Annual.
That was his catchphrase, Sweet Christmas.
Didn't know that.
Oh, I used to love reading Power Man and Iron Fist when I was a kid. That's why when he said it in the TV series, I loved it.
Nice. Power Man, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
Nice. I'll have to see that. Or, I mean, I'll have to... Well, I should see Power Man. I should not see Iron Fist, and I should read this.
In my opinion, the Power Man... Luke Cage, it's actually called, not Power Man.
What?
Luke
True.
Cage show, which is now on Disney Plus. I would recommend seeing season 1, and I wouldn't bother with season 2.
Got it. Okay. But yes, and we don't have any ongoing books to read to cover that week, so it's all Power Man and Iron Fist.
Kill Your Darlings won't be out. Enfield Gang won't be out. It's just going to be Power Man and Iron Fist. The Sweet Christmas special, just a little something. We know you're gonna be getting together with your family and everything, but if you need to slip away, hop in the bathroom. Just say I need a break. You put the headphones on and tune us in for a quick comic book review. We're there for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Shall we wrap up?
Yeah. One more quick reminder to everybody that on December 31st, December 30th. 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be representing Team Ohana for the 3rd time on Rob's Fat Sacks of Comics, his only slabs. I've got the books already ready. Many of them you don't know yet because I got them and I did not disclose them as mail calls as I usually do because I've been saving some of them for this particular show. Greg has seen them and he knows I got a couple of really nice ones I'm going to surprise Rob with and hopefully surprise you.
Ooh, scintillating, titillating.
It's an audio show.
Yes. But yes, don't forget to check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Team Ohana. This will have already happened, but for the patrons that are listening, this Wednesday we're going to be pulling live the December's books, and then I'm going to be shipping them out to you. Thank you for being cool and confirming with me when I've reached out to a couple of you and confirmed which books. I accidentally combined the books, so that was my bad. I shouldn't have done that, but I'm throwing in a little extra gift in there for the for that and the holiday season and all. So
cool.
Be on the lookout and be there live if you can. If not, message me on or message us on Patreon, which most of you have, I think. So anyway,
we also point out for you guys to join us on the live streams on Mondays for the top 10 cover price top 10 review. But on Christmas Day, we're going to give ourselves a Christmas present. We're not going to record. So if you're catching this and wondering if we're going to be live on that day, no, we'll be reviewing it on Tuesday the 26th. Give us a little bit of time to digest and be human beings off of YouTube.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
That's it,
Sound
sir.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. Until we see you guys in the next one, mahalo.